We are on the verge of experiencing one of the biggest crypto boom markets in history. And behind all of the price volatility and the hype are real teams that are building innovative technologies that are going to disrupt the world as we know it. The current state of the crypto market reminds me of the early days of the internet. Some of the most valuable companies that we know today, Meta, Amazon, Apple, are all byproducts of a technological revolution that happened a few decades ago. And right now we are experiencing a similar technological revolution right in front of our eyes. And in this video, I'm going to share 5 crypto projects which I believe are going to revolutionize the way that we do things. Before we get started, I need to give you the usual disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm simply sharing all of this for educational purposes, but you should always do your own research and or consult with a professional financial advisor. And if you want to see more videos like this where I break down the crypto market and I share my insights, then make sure to hit the like button and to subscribe to my channel. When I first started investing in crypto in 2017, I had no idea what I was doing. I was throwing my money here and there at different projects, hoping to quickly 10x my money. But that wasn't really working. It was only until I really understood how to analyze projects and to really understand what I should look for that my portfolio started growing. With that being said, I have 5 crypto projects here which I've analyzed in the past and more recently, which I really truly believe in, and that's why they deserve a place in my crypto portfolio. And I'm going to give a breakdown of each of these projects here in this video. First up is Chainlink. Chainlink connects the world of on-chain, so everything that happens on the blockchain, with off-chain, so everything that happens outside of the blockchain. For example, real-world events like temperature information, or maybe information about the stock market, financial information. Chainlink is important because sometimes these blockchains need information from the outside world in order to function properly, and Chainlink acts as the bridge between off-chain and on-chain. Now let's quickly talk about smart contracts. Smart contracts are digital agreements written in code which live on the blockchain, and sometimes they need outside information to execute. For example, a smart contract for an insurance payout might need some data regarding the weather, and here is where Chainlink's oracles come into place. Oracles are basically the technology from Chainlink that extracts the right data from the outside world and adds it onto the blockchain so that these smart contracts have accurate information that they can execute on. Without Chainlink, smart contracts on the blockchain would be limited to only the data that they have available within the blockchain. So by connecting these contracts, these smart contracts and blockchains with the outside world, you make them 10 times more powerful and versatile, because now they can interact with the outside world and outside world events. They become super useful for applications in spaces such as insurance, supply chain management, and finance. And as I believe that the blockchain ecosystem is only going to increase over time, I believe that the demand for oracles like those of Chainlink will also go up over time. And especially since more and more real world industries and companies are making use of this technology. So that's why I'm personally investing in Chainlink, because I believe all of these developments are going to drive up the price of Chainlink over time. The next project is the Graph. The Graph makes blockchains easily searchable. Right now, with over 1,000 blockchains, all with their own data and applications, navigating these blockchains is becoming really messy. Back in the days, the internet was also a collection of individual pages which was very hard to navigate. And then Google came in. They indexed the internet and made it easily searchable. Nowadays, you can find almost everything by typing in the right keywords on Google. And think of the Graph as the Google of the blockchain. Their goal is to make these blockchains a lot more easily accessible and searchable. Instead of manually searching through very complex blockchain data, the Graph's technology makes it easier for developers to quickly find the right data on different blockchains. And as a result, there's a lot of adoption around the Graph. Many developers are actually building their applications on top of the Graph's technology. As a result, it is becoming an integral part of the blockchain ecosystem. And as these apps start to scale, then also the Graph starts to scale with them. Many high-profile projects like Aave, Curve, and Uniswap are already making use of the graphs technology, and this shows that it's a reliable solution that has real-world applications already and real-world adoption. So there are many factors that could potentially drive up the price of the graph. But what I think is the most important factor is that the world of blockchains is becoming increasingly more complex, with more blockchains being released and more data and applications that are being built on top of them. And with all of this complexity is also an increased need for a solution that can help to simplify searching and indexing all of these blockchains. And all of this positions the graph at a really great place for lots of growth in the next few years. And investing in the graph today could be very similar to investing in Google in the early days. Next is probably the second most influential project out there today, Ethereum. And in comparison to Bitcoin, which primary use case is being a store of value, Ethereum has been designed to be a smart contract platform on the blockchain, basically allowing developers to build complicated, decentralized applications on top of the blockchain. You could almost see Ethereum as being Lego blocks for developers to build applications on the blockchain. It gives developers powerful tools to build their own applications. In the beginning of the video, we talked about smart contracts, but in case you forgot, let me give you a quick refresher. A smart contract is a digital agreement that lives on the blockchain. And within this agreement, you can outline what logic you want to execute when certain conditions are met. And these smart contracts can automate much of what we currently do with traditional contracts. And rather than going to a lawyer or a notary, you can simply write a smart contract yourself, or you can hire a developer to do it for you. Want to borrow or lend money? You can do so through a smart contract on the blockchain. Need insurance? You can do so through a smart contract on the blockchain, which automatically gets triggered when certain conditions are met. And you will automatically then, in such a case, receive the insurance payout on your wallet. The beauty of this is that it gets rid of the need for expensive intermediaries like lawyers or banks. Since Ethereum was the first of its kind, it had the first mover advantage and is now the primary platform for innovation on the blockchain. It has the largest developer base and the largest amount of dApps, decentralized applications, that are being built on top of it. And the more applications and the more developers are building on top of Ethereum, the more valuable and the more indispensable it is becoming. This strengthens its position in the blockchain ecosystem. You can already see and gauge Ethereum's significance by just simply looking at its market cap. However, there is one big factor which will continue to drive the price of Ethereum up, which is enterprise adoption. And one of the biggest enterprises that is currently adopting Ethereum is BlackRock. BlackRock is known as the company that owns the world. Currently, they're managing over $10 trillion in assets. Earlier this year, they launched a Bitcoin spot ETF, which broke the record for fastest growing ETF in history. And after the success of the Bitcoin spot ETF, BlackRock also announced a real-world asset tokenization fund. What does that actually mean? Well, that means that they're going to make use of Ethereum to tokenize the ownership of real-world assets. Assets like gold, silver, real estate. Through their real-world asset tokenization fund, you will get the opportunity to get exposure to a wide portfolio of tokenized assets. And as more and more companies adopt Ethereum, this has a snowball effect, attracting even more companies into the space to do the same. So Solana is the next project on the list. Similar to Ethereum, it's a smart contract platform, but the difference with Ethereum is that Solana is actually faster, better, and cheaper. Solana is currently able to handle around 65,000 transactions per second, while Ethereum can only handle 15. When it comes to costs, transactions on the Solana blockchain cost less than 1 cent, while transactions on the Ethereum blockchain can cost a few dollars. You see, Solana has been made to keep its speed and its low cost even when a lot of people are using the network at the same time. It uses a technology called proof of history, and this basically means that a timestamp is created that basically shows that a particular event has happened at a certain time. And this reduces the time required for validators to validate transactions, because validators can easily verify the sequence of events at particular times to verify that something has happened without the need to actually communicate amongst validators. Now, considering all of these factors, it might seem like Solana could easily overtake Ethereum. But I believe there's more than enough space for both of these projects to exist next to each other. Similar to how both iPhone and Android can coexist next to each other successfully. And here is why. Both of these projects have their own strengths. Ethereum has the largest developer base. It's commonly used in finance and NFTs, and it has the largest amount of decentralized applications that has been built on top of a blockchain. Solana, on the other hand, will attract applications that require a lot of transactions and to do them at a very low cost. So each of these two protocols will attract different users and different applications based on their needs. Ethereum has already solidified its place in the crypto ecosystem, but Solana, with its capabilities of doing a lot of what Ethereum can do actually better, faster and cheaper, also has the potential to grow and become equally as large as Ethereum. In my opinion, at least. The last project on my list is quite obvious. It's a project that I'm often talking about here on my YouTube channel. You see, in a world where money can be printed by governments with a few clicks of a button, individuals and organizations are looking for a way to protect themselves against inflation. Real estate, stocks, gold, bonds, those are traditional investment vehicles that have served this purpose really well. But since 2008, there has been a new kid on the block, and this is rapidly becoming the prime choice for individuals or companies looking to hedge themselves against inflation. And I'm of course talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the largest crypto project in terms of market cap, but I think we're still at the tip of the iceberg of Bitcoin's price and how far it can still increase from here, and its adoption. For the past 15 years, the Bitcoin market was mainly dominated by retail investors, but more recently we're seeing institutions and bigger players enter the market too. We now see that banks are buying up Bitcoin, we see that pension funds are buying up Bitcoin, we see that large asset managers like BlackRock are buying up Bitcoin, countries are buying up Bitcoin. This will be the time where we're going to see a huge change in the dynamic of the players in the market. With all of this institutional money that is entering the market, I think we are about to enter the biggest bull market in history. Literally trillions are going to flow into the market. My prediction is also that countries are going to reconsider their stance on Bitcoin. Not too long ago at Bitcoin 2024, which is a large industry event, we saw that presidential candidates Trump and Kennedy announced their plans for adopting Bitcoin as a strategic asset in the US reserve. And Russia also recently announced that they're going to legalize Bitcoin and crypto payments for international trade. China is also slowly opening up again to crypto. They understand that Bitcoin has become too strong of a force, and rather than fighting it, they realize that they can better embrace it and use it to their own advantage. We're now also seeing that the first banks and financial advisors are recommending Bitcoin to their customers, and I believe that Bitcoin is going to become an integral part of every investment portfolio. So these are the 5 crypto projects which I believe will transform our world in many different ways. Each of these projects brings something very unique to the table, and each of them are going to shape our world in distinct ways. And keep in mind that the crypto market is constantly evolving, and staying up to date regarding all of the developments that are happening in the market is key if you want to succeed as an investor in the market long term. So if you want to see more videos like this one, then make sure to like this video, which will trigger the algorithm to show you more videos like this, but also make sure to subscribe to my channel so you will be notified when I post more videos where I give more important updates and insights and breakdowns so that you can get an edge as an investor in the crypto market. All right, that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.